Hi, and welcome to the Ankota Training Academy. Let's get started.
Hi there. So you're thinking about starting a home care agency and trying to figure out if it's right for you. This video talks about 5 questions you should be asking yourself to get that answer. And as we go through this video, I'm going to be walking through this resource that's available free to you. It's called the Ultimate Guide to Starting a Home Care Agency. You can just Google that, Ultimate Guide to Starting a Home Care Agency, and you'll find it. Or better yet, you can just scroll down below this video and we'll take you right to the page. But without further ado, let's go into the 5 questions that you should be asking yourself before you start a non-medical home care agency. All right, so the first question is, are you starting this company for the right reasons? So you might be looking at this graph and saying, hey, look at us. This video is being made in 2020, and this is the number of people roughly who are going to need home care, and look at what's coming with the baby boomers. This is definitely a growth market. So that would be a good reason, is that the business is going to grow. But really the right reasons would have to do with, do you have a heart for caring, and is this something that you really want to do? Because although the business will inevitably grow because it has to, it's not an easy business. So, come to the resource, read these reasons why people started their agencies, and especially read this part about why I shouldn't start a home care agency. And that is a very important part, because if you're looking for this to be an easy business with easy money, you shouldn't be looking here. This is not an easy business. All right, let's go to number 2 is, can you handle the business side of this? And in this is really covered, and as you see, this is kind of set up in chapters in this area, home care business eligibility and regulatory compliance. And this talks about, first of all, in many states, you have to be licensed specifically to be able to run a home care agency. And there are fees associated with that in some states and not in other states. And in some states, there's a moratorium where they won't give any licenses to new agencies. So that's the first thing that you need to check. And the next thing you need to check is, kind of going through all these things you need to do to get your back office in order. Do you really have the chops to run a business? I mean, can you handle billing and payroll and making payroll and dealing with the banking and dealing with the insurance and dealing with the personnel and that type of thing? And in home care, you also really need to start your business on top of a strong foundation of policies and procedures. And as you see here, there's references to a couple of consultants, and they could help you get a good jump start on the policies and procedures. And I'm sure that, they'd also, give you a free consult and, kind of talk to you and help you vet out these questions like we're talking about today. All right, so the third reason, or the third question you need to be asking yourself, before you start a home care business is, can you deal with adversity? So here I've kind of scrolled down to the part about staffing, and it talks about recruiting caregivers. And, we're talking about, paraprofessional workers. If let's say that you've come out of your office job with professional people your whole life, and you're like, oh, this is great. You're going to be dealing with caregivers who are, not the best paid, and they're going to be maybe getting a better opportunity if they don't love their client, or they get a better job to go work somewhere else. They're going to be leaving, and you might be the person who's going out and filling in for them while you're finding another person. So if again, it's kind of to the point earlier, if you think this is an easy business, it's not going to be an easy business. So that's number 3. Moving on to number 4, which is a big one, is, can you sell? Right. So there was this famous movie called Field of Dreams, and this guy built a baseball field, and he kept saying, these voices from the past said, if you build it, they will come. And people came to see his baseball field in the middle of a cornfield in Iowa, that kind of thing. Well, home care is not Field of Dreams. You could start a home care agency, and clients will not flock to you. You have to go out and you have to build those relationships in your community and get a website going, and and really hustle to get clients for your business. So if you're the person who's like, oh, I'm a good business back office manager person, but you don't have the skills for selling, then this might not be the business for you. And then lastly, the question is, are you willing to do your homework? So as you can see in this guide, we have a whole bunch of resources for you, and it's broken in chapters. So here I'm going to sources of income, and you could look for that and say, hey, based on my community, what are the gaps and that sort of thing. You could evaluate, consultant versus franchise and that type of thing. And then there's also in here a whole bunch of resources listed who we trust and recommend, and all of these resources have really good information, just like this page, for you to learn from. Home Care Pulse, they do a whole bunch of training and webinars, that type of thing. This guy, Steve the Hurricane, is really, in my eyes, the best home care marketing and sales leader in the industry. And he has a video series and great information on his site, so you should check him out. And then, as I've said, there's a couple consultants listed here. This is a great guide on home care technology. And we recently started building a relationship with these guys called Care Listings. So they are a site that lets you, have your agency listed and helps you get found on the internet. And so there's a lot of things there, but I guess my last point of the 5 again is, do your homework. Are you willing to do the homework? So if you can answer those 5 questions positively, you're coming in for the right reasons. You can handle the business side. You can deal with adversity. You have the ability to go out and sell, and you're going to do your homework. Then I think you can be successful in this business. So thanks again, and have a great day.
Thanks for watching this video from Ankota. For further information, scroll down and click on the link in the video description below. Have a great day.